So today our topic of discussion is main type of energy resources. So basically there are two type of energy resources that we are going to discuss. One is non-renewable energy resources, other is renewable energy resources. So people need energy for heating, lighting, cooking, running machines in factories to manufacture different products and running motor vehicles for transport purposes. So two type of resources. The one is non-renewable energy resources. These are those type of energy resources which are finite. That means which exist on earth in limited amount. These takes millions of years to be formed, and once they are used up they cannot be replaced or reused again. Okay, and the types are coal, okay, which we have already discussed in our previous lecture. Petroleum, we also have discussed this, and natural gas and nuclear power. Okay, so first we are going to discuss about natural gas. Natural gas is an important energy mineral resources. Okay, they basically composed of methane. After it has been extracted from the ground, uh, I just want to explain you one thing. In the bottom that exists is basically the crude oil, and the at the upper surface of the crude oil natural gas exists because it is lighter, okay, and its density is low as compared to crude oil, so it exists at the upper surface. Okay, after extraction it is refined, okay, and it also consists some byproducts which are propane and butane. Processed natural gas is basically used in electric power station to generate heat to turn water into steam, so as to run the steam turbines that generate electricity. Okay, so first they are basically used to generate the heat and steam, and that steam is basically used to run the steam turbines. Okay, it is also used for cooking purposes in home and for running vehicles as well. Okay, nuclear power. Nuclear power is obtained through controlled nuclear reaction. It is largely used to drive turbines in electric station to generate electricity. It is also used in some nuclear power military crafts as propulsion. Okay, now we are going to discuss about the renewable energy resources. First is hydroelectric energy. Hydroelectric energy refers to the energy generated from the rapid flow of water to drive a turbine, which in turn generate electricity. So what happens in hydroelectric energy, that the water flows from some height. Okay, water flows from some height. For example, this is a turbine. Okay, when water falls on the blades of the turbine starts to rotate, and turbine is basically joined with the generator through a shaft is like this. And for example, the turbine is over here and the shaft is, and the generator is over here. So when the turbine rotates, the generator will also start to generate electricity. Okay, this energy is also known as hydroelectric power. Hydroelectric energy is harvested by building a large dams across a water surface like a river. The water backed up behind the dam in a reservoir provides a continuous supply of water to drive the turbines in the dam to generate electricity. What is solar energy? Solar energy refers to the energy generated from the sun. As you know that there are some solar panels. Okay, the purpose of solar panel is basically to convert the solar energy into electrical energy, which can be used immediately or stored in batteries. The amount of electricity can be converted from solar energy is quite small and thus limited in their uses. So this is basically a drawback. Wind energy. Wind energy refers to the conversion of wind into energy resources using wind turbine to generate electricity. As wind speed is not constant, the amount of electricity that can be converted from wind energy is quite small, thus its use is also quite limited. Now it's geothermal energy. In geothermal energy refers to the energy obtained from harnessing the heat from inside the earth. So there is a heat which is present inside the earth, and this heat is basically found near to the tectonic plate boundaries. Okay, and we can also use that heat to generate steam, and steam can be used to produce electricity. Biomass energy is obtained by burning plant materials such as wood chips, dead trees to produce heat. Okay, we can also use animal dung in that, and basically these fuel, okay, they are basically used to produce steam, and in turn they can also be used to generate electricity. Now we are going to discuss some of the uses of energy resources and their impact on the environment. Look at this table. This table refers to the percentage of different energy resources. Coal uh, produced 26% of the world's energy, oil produced 34.4%, gas produced 20.5%, and nuclear energy produced 6.2%. And these, they all are basically non-renewable energy. So in fact, the world is getting energy, is getting 87.1% energy from non-renewable resources. And now comes the renewable resources. The first one is hydro, okay, 2.2%. The second one is combustible renewable and waste material, that is 10.1, that is like biomass or something, and the others are 0.6%. What are the negative impacts on the environment? First is scaling and alteration of the environment. As you know that during the mining process, the land, they are basically large holes which are created on the land, and the minerals, they are to be mined. So the landscape of that area becomes um, uh, like not good to look. Okay, unsightly look they produce. What is the negative impact on the environment? The second one is soil erosion. As you know that during the mining process, the trees and grass, they need to be cut. Okay, and because of that, soil erosion take place. And the third one is increased mud and silt in the river. Soil erosion produce a lot of mud that goes into the river and thus pollute the water bodies. Fourth one is leaking of poisons used in processing the mineral resources. For example, dilute sulfuric acid that is used in the processing of copper may leak out of the mining area into the river. Animal may come to drink that river, and thus the poison spread into the aquatic life as well. Abundant waste. Because of the mining for mineral produce large amount of waste rocks. This creates huge pile of waste in the environment and makes the environment unsightly.